What's up, guys? You're watching jmboytv, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to Indian Reservation by PaulRevere&TheRaiders. This was suggested by a patron, so you know how to check it out. I'm not familiar with PaulRevere&TheRaiders, and that's quite the interesting name. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously, and if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
Took away our ways of life. The tomahawk and the bow and knife took away our native tongue and taught their English to our young. We made by hand are nowadays made in Japan. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die. Locked us on this reservation. Though I wear a shirt and tie, I'm still part red man deep inside. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die. But maybe someday when they've learned, Cherokee nation will return. Will return, will return, will return, will return.
Man, this was a very powerful song in multiple ways. The varying levels of intensity, the way they were singing the vocals, the lyrics, all of these elements combined to make this song very impactful. I enjoyed the bass line with that just constant rhythm going. I actually took a Native American anthropology class in college, and we learned about different native tribes like the Humano, the Sioux, the Choctaw, the Cherokee, all these different tribes and their cultures and what things represent to them. And when they have a powwow, they have a constant drum beat that just represents the heart beating. So it's like the heartbeat of the tribe. And I'm kind of getting the same vibe here, just stylistically speaking. I love the drums on this song. I love the way they would come in and out of those breaks. And those kind of pauses really added a lot of emphasis to this song. He would pause and just come back in with the vocals, really just putting a spotlight on the words that he was saying. I think it was Cherokee people. The song just has tons of powerful moments. Love the organ on this song. And they had an instrument in there that sounded like something from a horror movie. And obviously it was done for dramatic effect, trying to emphasize what he was saying here. I want to say it's a violin, That's the only instrument I think could make that sound. I could be mistaken though. But man, the power that you feel when they all sing together is just like so heavy hitting. It really feels like unified. I really enjoyed the lead vocals as well, just how he was delivering this one. Like throughout the song, he really had like more of a relaxed delivery, and he allowed those other sections, those other elements to provide that emphasis for him. And his voice definitely has a unique quality to it as well. This was some great stuff. Now let's check out these lyrics. He said, "They took the whole Cherokee nation, put us on this reservation, took away our ways of life, the tomahawk and the bow and knife, took away our native tongue and taught their English to our young, and all the beads we made by hand are nowadays made in Japan." Man, some really heavy stuff he's laying out here. He's talking about being displaced and assimilating to what would become America. So obviously the British colonists come over and found what would become the United States of America. But in order to do that, they had to push the natives off of where they were already living. There were a lot of tribes just kind of living, doing their thing, and then slowly but surely their land just began to shrink and shrink and shrink, you know, with Manifest Destiny and whatnot. American settlers and, you know, settlers from really all over the place coming in and claiming land for themselves. You got the Trail of Tears with Andrew Jackson, and then obviously later on, reservations being made for Native Americans and them being just kind of confined to certain areas. And also assimilation, like they had to go to like Catholic schools. The culture they had wasn't good enough to be in the new America. So that's what he's talking about here, just that culture kind of being stripped from them and the effects of that like many years later. And as sad as it is to say, if you look at life on Native American reservations, it's not very good. They have some of the highest, if not the highest levels of alcoholism, drug use, very high suicide rates. They're just so far from thriving as their ancestors did. Even though they're able to preserve some of their traditions on these reservations, it's very restricting. And honestly, it doesn't even make sense for a culture that would normally have to move around to follow herds of animals, you know, to keep food on the table when the animals migrated. I learned a lot about this stuff in college, and a reservation is a sad place to be. I won't say it's all reservations, but probably 90%, 95%. Just the general outlook from people that live inside the reservations is not good. And this is backed up by straight statistics. The chorus goes, "Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die." So basically saying like that's their heritage. They're willing to die for it. They're willing to live for it. They're proud to be Cherokee. And that chorus carries a lot of meaning, and they sing it very powerfully in the song. Next verse he says, "They took the whole Indian nation, locked us on this reservation. Though I wear a shirt and tie, I'm still a red man deep inside." So he's basically saying like I've assimilated so that I can play the game. My outward appearance is that of an American, but deep down I know my roots and I stick to my roots, and I'm proud of my roots, more importantly. And I feel like it's a tough choice to make as well. Like you want to stay true to your roots and your people, but it's like if you stay on the reservation, you're kind of limited as to what you can accomplish there. You have to go elsewhere. And that's why he's making this song. Like tracing back his heritage, his DNA, his roots. He's literally a Native American, but Americans have kind of like put a veil over that, pushed it to the outskirts. Last verse I'll go over, he says, "But maybe someday when they've learned, Cherokee Nation will return, will return, will return, will return, will return." That's like a tongue twister, but he has hope that his people will like rise up again and be able to thrive. Maybe build up better communities, maybe build up different communities. Obviously with technology and all these kind of things, their lifestyles were going to change regardless. I mean, but actually maybe not. There's a lot of tribes in South America that still live very isolated, very, you know, uncontacted, and they've done so for, you know, their whole lives. Never seeing a phone, never seeing a computer, never seeing, you know, current technological advances. So I don't know, interesting stuff. A lot of food for thought here. This is a very powerful song. Great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.